Hello, good morning, one and all. Today we will be starting with the first chapter in your algebra syllabus, that is linear equation in two variable. Already you have studied this in standard 9, so you will find it easier to understand. Let us begin with the basic. I will write the general form of linear equation in two variable. I hope everybody of you have textbook and your notebook ready. You can open at page number 4, you will understand it better. Okay, I will just write the general form of linear equation in two variable. That is nothing but ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I hope you can see this clearly. Now here x and y are the two variables, x and y, whereas a, b and c are the real numbers. Where a and b can never be equal to 0. Why? Because if a and b are 0, then this equation with two variables will cease to be a linear equation in two variables. How? Let's check. I'll just check it out. I'll substitute 0 in place of a. Let's see what happens. So 0 into x, any term multiplied by 0 will become 0, correct? So that means your final answer will be by plus c. So now here you have only one variable, that is y. That means this becomes linear equation in one variable. That is why here a and b can never be equal to 0. Now one more basic question is why this equation is called as linear equation in two variable. Okay, linear. What do you mean by linear here? Now here variable x and y have degree 1. If I write ax square, then the degree of variable x is 2. That means this, if ax square is present or by square is present or cube is present, this equation won't be linear equation in two variable. If square is present, it will become quadratic equation. That's why here variable x and y both have degree 1. That's why this is called, equation is called as linear equation in two variable. Now I hope this is clear. We'll go to the exercise. Page number 4. On page number 4 you have an activity sum which we will be seeing later, because once I explain one of the sums here, one complete sum will be solving, it will be easier for you to understand the activity sum. That is on page number 4. So we'll start with the actual exercise sum, which is question number 2. Okay, there are 8 sums, so we'll solve the first one. Once that is over, the activity question, only one sum is there, it will also be very clear to you. It will be easier to solve once I explain the actual sum. So I'll start with question number 2, which is on page number 5. I'll just write it down. Page 5. Remember this. I hope you have your textbook. Otherwise, you can buy it up when the stores open. And now the stores are closed because of coronavirus problem. But once the stores open, you can buy your textbook. It will help you to understand better. The first equation is and the second equation is okay. These are your two equations. I'll write it down again, one below another. and I'll give it the equation number 1 and 2. So here your first equation 3a plus 5b is equal to 26 can be written as equation number 1, and a plus 5b is equal to 22 is equation number 2. Now you have done this in 9th standard, so it will be easier for you to understand, but again I will go in detail so that you will understand it better. The first sum, if you understand this sum, the whole exercise you understood. The rest of the sum will be only as practice. Okay, so let us check what is the first step. Here we have two variables a and b. Either one of these variables will have to be eliminated. Either one of these, either a or b. Now here looking at the equation, it will be easier to eliminate variable b. Why? Because both have the same coefficient. That means to eliminate, the coefficient should also be equal. Sign will be different, but the coefficient should be equal. That means here in equation 1 we have 5b, and in equation 2 again we have 5b. So I can eliminate this variable. I can eliminate this also, 3a and a, but here I have to multiply. So that's why let us eliminate b. For that I have to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So subtracting equation 2 from 1, b will get eliminated. I will get the value for a. Once I get the value for a, I will substitute in equation 1 and I will get the value for b. That's the actual sum. So let us start here. Both the method can be applied. Remember, I can eliminate a also, b, but for b I will have to subtract. For a I will have to subtract, but I will have to multiply it also, because the coefficients here of equation 1 is 3 and here coefficient of equation 2 is 1. A is having 1. I will have to make that equal. So that's why the better option is I will eliminate b. Let us start. So I will write the statement: subtracting equation 2 from 1. You can write this down when you get the time. As I am writing, you can also write it down so that later on you just can revise it and perfect the sum. Now 3a plus 5b is equal to 26. That's the equation 1, and a plus 5b is equal to 22 is your equation 2. Let us subtract. Now while subtracting, the sign will change. Why? Because minus plus is always minus. You have studied this in your lower class. So I'll change the sign here of the second term. It will become negative. Again on the right hand side, the constant has positive sign. So again I'll change it. Positive will become negative. Is it clear? Now once I do the final operation, 5b, positive 5b, negative 5b will get cancelled. Correct? Plus minus is minus, so 5b minus 5b is 0. Now 3a minus a. 3a minus a is 2a is equal to 26 minus 22. That is 4. So final product we get, answer we get is 2a is equal to 4. Therefore a is equal to 4 upon 2, which is nothing but 2 ones are 2 2s are. Therefore a is equal to 2. So we have got the value of one variable, that is 2. Okay. Now to get the value of the other variable, we'll have to substitute value of a in any of the equation. We'll substitute in equation 2. It is easier. Why? Here we have a big number, 3a plus 5b. So I will substitute in equation 2. Substituting the value of a in equation 2. Okay. Therefore it will become 2 plus 5b is equal to 22. Therefore 5b is equal to 22 minus 2. Therefore 5b is equal to 20. Therefore b is equal to 20 upon 5, which can be again divided. 20 can be divided by 5, so 5 ones are 5, 4. Therefore b is equal to 4. So here we have got the value of your second variable also. Correct? So I can write the final answer. Therefore a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 4 is the value of the equation. I write solution instead of value. A is equal to 2 and b is equal to 4 is the solution of the equation. Okay, not the value. Is it clear? So we have completed sum number 1. We'll try 2 more sums. There are 8 sums. I'll try 2 more sums. The rest you can take it as homework. Before I proceed, last year I have done this method. This year we have 2 more method, which second method is graphical method, which will be your next exercise. Third method is by Cramer's rule. Cramer's method or Cramer's rule. Those 2 methods are new for you. This you have done last year. So you might have understood this. This method is more important. Why? Because the last exercise, what problem? You will be solving by this method only. You can solve by Cramer's method also, but this will be better option because it is easy and quick to do. Is it clear? Yes. Now I'll just give you 15 seconds to just write it down if you need it to. I'll wait. Hope you are understanding and hope what I am writing is somewhat clear. Okay, let's proceed to the second sum now. This will be a little different because the coefficient won't be equal here. So we'll do the second, one more extra step is there here to solve this because the coefficients are not equal. X plus 7y is equal to 10. That's the first equation. Next 3x minus 2y is equal to 7. Okay, these are your 2 equations. Let us start again like the same method will follow previous sum which we did. Here x plus 7y is equal to 10. Equation 1. 3x minus 2y is equal to 7 is the equation 2. Now here we will find one difference. Previous sum we had one of the variables in both the equation, one of the term I will say in both the equation equal, but here we don't have that. X and the second equation has 3x, 7y and the second equation has 2y. So neither of them get eliminated together. Okay, we'll have to make one of the term equal to the other one. So here we have 2 options. I can multiply by 3 and make the first term equal here of both the equation, that is 3x, okay, or I can multiply equation 1 by 2. That means this second term, y term, will become 14 and I will multiply equation 2 by 7. This will also become 14. Why? 2 7s are 14. Okay, so here I'll take the first option. I'll multiply equation 1 by 3. Why? Because then I don't have to multiply both the equation. Here to eliminate y, I'll have to multiply both the equation. This by 2 and this by 7. So I'll take the better option. I'll multiply equation 1 by 3. So that I'll have to multiply only one equation. Shall I proceed? I hope you understood. So here the statement will change a little. I'll write multiplying equation 1 by 3. In the previous sum we had not written this. Why? Because as I told, the terms were equal in both the equation. Here I had to make the one of the term equal, so I'm just multiplying equation 1 by 3 and then we'll subtract, okay, and multiplying equation 1 by 3 and subtracting equation 2 from 1. Again the same thing, we are subtracting 2 from 1, remember. So I'll first multiply also equation 1, that means it becomes 3x plus 21y is equal to 30. We'll check it out again. 3 into x is 3x, 7 into 3 is 21, 10 into 3 is 30. Is it clear? Now I'll write it as 1. And second will be as it is, we are not touching the second equation. So it will be 3x minus 2y is equal to 7. There is your equation 2. Clear? Now the sum becomes same. Okay, that is, I'll subtract. While subtracting, again I told the sign will change. Okay, the second term, whatever the second equation is, the second term, the sign will change. The constant, if it is positive, it will become negative. If it is negative, it will become positive. So I'll change this sign. You can circle the term by changing the sign. So remember that I have changed the sign. So minus minus will become plus. Minus plus will become minus. So here, now we can proceed. So this gets cancelled. Why? Opposite term, 3x and minus 3x, opposite terms. So plus minus is always minus. So it becomes 0. This gets cancelled. 21y plus 2y is nothing but 23y is equal to 23. Why 23? 30 minus 7 is 23. 21y plus 2y is 23y. Therefore, to find the value of y, I'll have to divide. 23 divided by 23. This 20 will go down, correct? Denominator multiplies that, so it will divide. So 23 ones are 23 ones are. Both are divided by 1, 23. So we have got your answer. Y is equal to 20. Sorry, y is equal to 1. Not 23, 1. Is it clear? Yes. So I got the value of one variable, that is 1. Y is 1. Now again I can substitute this value anywhere in equation 1 or equation 2. So let's see. I think it will be easier if I substitute this value in equation 1. So therefore, substituting value of y in equation 1, okay, that is, therefore x plus 7 into 1 is equal to 10. So I have written 1 in the place of y because value of y is 1. So 7 1 is 7, therefore x plus 7 is equal to 10. Now you can just apply positive will go to the right hand side, it will become negative. We are solving linear equation, one variable. Simple sum, 4th standard. Okay, so x is equal to 10 minus 7. Why? Positive 7 goes to the right hand side, it changes the sign, it becomes negative. Therefore x is equal to 3. So we have got the answer for the second variable also. So x is 3, y is equal to 1. Here you can check your answer whether it is correct. Previous sum I did not show you, but here let's check the answer whether it is correct. X I will substitute here 3 in the equation 1 and y I will substitute in the second term where y is written. So 3 plus 7 into 1. 7 1 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Correct? RHS is 10. That means your solution, whatever answer you have found, is correct. Is it clear? Yes. You can just write it down till I write the solution. Okay, just go through this sum again, and just if you have your notebook, you can write it down so that later on you can revise. Therefore, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 1 is the solution of the equation. Okay, that's the second sum we have completed. So now you must be understanding it better. Okay, I'll take one more sum which is rather different than the two sums we have solved. So I'll just wait for you to just go through this sum once again. Practice this sum later. Okay. Yes, I'll move on to the next sum, which is your seventh sum. I'll run the first one, second, all the sums are similar, don't worry. Seventh one is a little different, so I'll do that. Seventh and eighth are of the same type. 1 to 6 again are of the same type, which we have done here. So seventh one will be really different. You can solve by this method, but I'll show you an easier method which will help you to solve the sum quickly and more easy. Is it clear? So I'll do the seventh sum. You can just go through a textbook if you are having. Why the sum is little different, you'll understand once I start explaining. Seventh sum of page number 5. 99x plus 101y. 99x plus 101y. Here we will be having 2 steps extra for this sum because we will do the 4-step method. 499, something like that. Next, 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. Okay, so these are your two equations. Directly I will write it as 1 and 2. Okay, this is a lengthy sum, so I will use. I write the equation number here itself in the question itself. One in exam, you will have to write it again separately, don't worry. So 1 and 2. Now you can see, you can do the previous method for variables. Okay, coefficients are not equal in both the equation. If I multiply, it will be a very big number. It will go in thousands, so it will become a difficult sum for you to solve. We have an easier method, which is known as a 4-step method. Here instead of equation 1 and 2, I'll make equation 3 and 4. This will help us to solve the sum more easily, better. It will be easier for you to solve. So here 2 extra steps. Why? Because we are making 4 equations here. The reason is why this method can be applied is just check the number. Okay, here check the number. 99x 101y. 101x 99y. So do you find something? Here some pattern here. Yes, I think you must be saying, observing it that reverse number. The numbers are reversed. Variables are in the same place, but the numbers are reversed. Okay, so whenever you have such type of sum where the numbers are reversed, you can follow this method which I am teaching. You can follow the old method also, but this will be easier for you. Why? The numbers will be drastically reduced. It will be reduced. Okay, the coefficient will be reduced if you follow this 4-step method. Now what is to be done? Very simple, easier than the first and second. I will say here we will have to add both the equation and subtract both the equation. Previously we had either added or we had subtracted, but here we will add also and subtract also. So once I add, I will get the equation number 3. Once I subtract, I will get equation number 4. Later on we will just clear the suspense why we are doing, why we are adding also, why we are subtracting. By adding, I am not getting any value of any variable here. While subtracting also I am not getting, but I will get a new equation. and that equation can be solved more easily. Is it clear? Let's start. So if I add equation 1 and 2, here adding equation 1 and 2, let's add 99x plus 101y is equal to 499, 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. So we are adding now. So just if I add plus add it, I get 200x, I get 200y, and I get 1000. Constant number is 1000. Check 101x and 99x is 200, 101y, 99y is 200y, 499 plus 501 is 1000. You can see here that here all the three terms here are multiple of 200. So I can reduce this, I'll divide both the sides of the equation by 200. So I'll get x plus y is equal to 5. Yes or no? This will be your equation number. That's it. That's what I told. It's a 4-step sum. Once I added, I'm getting x plus y is equal to 5. Why? I divided it by 200. 200 ones are 205. So x plus y is equal to 5. This is your equation 3. Similarly, again, I will divide it. I'll subtract the equation 2 from 1. First I added, now I am subtracting. So 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. Again I have to write the same equation. 1 and 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. This is your equation. If I subtract, check what I get. Sign will change again. Whenever you subtract, remember you have to change the sign. When we are adding, no sign doesn't change. But when we are subtracting, the sign will change. Okay. So here the sign will change. It will become negative. Again here positive is there. It will become negative. So positive negative is always negative. So 99 minus 101x minus 2x plus 2y. Y plus 2y. 101 minus 99 is 2. Correct? Positive and negative. Again is negative, but you get the positive sign here. Why? The bigger number is positive. That's why you get the positive sign. Similarly, is equal to minus 2. 499 minus 501. From 499 you cannot subtract 501. But if you are subtracting, you will get a negative integer. So 499 minus 501 is minus 2. This can again be divided by 2. Like here we divided by 200. You can write it here. Later on you might forget dividing by 200. So here I'll divide by 2. So I'll write it that side. Okay. So therefore minus x plus y is equal to minus 1. Check, minus x plus y is equal to minus 1. This is your equation 4. We get this when I divide by 2. Clear? So now this sum becomes very easy to solve, same like sum number 1 which we had solved. Check, x plus y is equal to 5, that's your equation number 3. Minus x plus y is equal to 1, that is your equation number 4. Here both the variables, check, both the equation have coefficient equal. So you can either add and get the answer, or you can subtract and get the answer. You can add equation 1, then you will get the value of y. If you subtract, you will get the value of x. So, and it is very easy also. Why? Both the variables have equal coefficient now. So I'll just go by the adding method now. Okay, so I'll add equation 3 and 4. Let's see. Adding equation 3 and 4. That is x plus y is equal to 5 minus x plus y equal to minus 1. Okay, this is your equation number 3. This is your equation number 4. Okay, once I add it, let's check. This was the original sign, correct? But when I'm adding, I'll have to write add. So, but this will get cancelled anyhow. Plus minus minus, plus minus minus, plus x minus x gets cancelled. So here I get y plus y, 2y is equal to 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. Therefore, y is equal to 4 upon 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. Therefore, y is equal to 2. Correct? We have got one variable, value of one variable, that is y. I'll substitute this. It's very easy now. If y is 2, then x will be 3 because the constant is 5. So we'll substitute by substituting value of y in equation 3. In equation 3. You can substitute in 1, 2, 3, 4 any equation. But this is the easiest. So we'll substitute the value in equation 3. Therefore, x plus 2 is equal to 5. Y value of y is 2. Now, therefore, this becomes very easy. Like a linear equation, one variable, x is equal to 5 minus 2. Positive 2 will go to right hand side, it will become negative. Therefore, x is equal to 3. So we have got the solution, final solution. X is 3, y is 2. Correct? So we can write therefore x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2 is the solution of the equation. A big sum, lengthier sum, but easy if you follow this method. Okay, first step, why that's why it's lengthier, but this is more easier than multiplying equation 1 by 99, equation 2 by 101. It will be a very huge number, big number, which will be difficult for you to simplify. So this is the easier method. Okay, you'll have to go through this again. Okay, I'll just wait for you for 15 seconds if you want to note it down. So that's it. This exercise is almost over. I have just left out the activity. Okay, you just will do the activity sum if you want to. We have 5 minutes. Okay, so if you want, anybody wants, just go through it. Activity sum is on page number 4. Okay, these sums were on page number 5. Activity, you are done in 9th standard. Already half the sum is solved. You just have to fill up the blanks. Yes. I'll go for the last activity sum, question number 1, which we had left out. I told it will be easier for you to understand once I complete the actual sum. Yes, I'll have to copy the activity first. Then you might just settle the answer in your mind what that will be. Okay, complete the activity. So this exercise will be considered over. Okay, next exercise is related to graph. So if you have a graph book, keep it ready. Okay, it will be useful once I complete my explanation. Next lecture you can just draw the graph, etc. Graph we have drawn again last year, but we have not found a solution. We just do the graph. Here we will be finding a solution for that equation. For the time being, let's come back to the activity. Yx plus 3y is equal to 9. This is given. Again 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. Again this is given. There is a printing mistake here. Some books it is printed positive here, positive sign. So you have to just correct it. It's a printing mistake. You have to make the sign negative. Otherwise you won't get the answer. That is the correct answer. Let's add equation. Yes, we have done this. Okay, it's already mentioned we are adding. Now you'll have to just fill in the blanks. I'll write down the question first and then we'll solve it. Okay, so you just go through the question as I'm writing. Keep the answer in your mind. Now you cannot answer because it's a virtual lesson. Okay, I cannot see you. You can see me. I cannot see. Or hear you also. Yes, you can write a solution like this also in bracket. X comma y is equal to dash comma dash. Okay, we were writing x equal to so and y equal to so as the solution of the equation. You can write in this manner also. Now let's go through the sum. We'll check 5x plus 3y is equal to 9, equation 1. 2x minus 3y is equal to 12, equation 1 and 2. Just check coefficient is same. So by adding I can just eliminate it directly, no multiplication, nothing is required. Okay, so this gets cancelled. That means if I add equation 1 and 2, 3y gets cancelled. Okay, so 5x minus 2x, sorry 5x plus 2x actually, adding, we are adding, that is 7x, correct, is equal to 12 plus 9, 21. Okay, now x is equal to, so here we get 21 and here we get, okay. So what will be your final answer? 3. As I said, I cannot hear you now. I'll have to answer it myself. X is equal to 3. 7. 3. Is it clear? Yes. Now I can substitute the value x in any of the equation. It is given equation 1. So I'll substitute the value of x, which is 3 in equation 1. So 5 into 3 plus 3y is equal to 9. So once I get the answer 5 is 15. 15 will go to the right hand side. 3y is equal to 9 minus, okay, 15. That's your answer, 15. Okay, 5 3s are. Now 9 minus 15 is minus 6. Okay, 15 cannot be subtracted from 9. So we are subtracting 9 from 15 and we'll give it the negative sign. Okay, because 9 cannot be subtracted actually. Okay, sorry, 15 cannot be subtracted from 9. So we get negative 6. So I write the same as y is equal to minus 6 upon 3, which is already printed. Final answer you have to write 3 1s are, 3 2s are. So that means answer is 2 but negative. Is it clear? So y is equal to minus 2. So your solution will be x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 2. So that's it. That's your exercise number practice set 1.1. We have completed. The remaining sums you can take it as homework. You can try it later on when the school starts. We'll do it again. We'll revise those sums. Okay, so it will be much, you will understand it much better. Next exercise will be your graph exercise. Okay, so if you keep a graph book ready also, that will be better option, because you can later on, just after I explain, you can just complete that sum again. It will be better. So thank you. We are first exercise over.